Hi, I'm Honjo. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am so glad you are here. As you all know, I have never said that I've been happy at this weight. I have always said that, my ultimate goal was to lose weight, still is, hence why we're back at week 1. But just a few things have happened in the past couple of weeks or so that have really kind of spurred me or motivated me to get started again and to take it a little bit more seriously. As you'll see from my weigh-in, I haven't kind of really gained any weight since the very beginning of when I first was weighing in over a year ago. Gained any more weight. So I'm at 230 pounds ish, thereabouts. Same as when I started this journey. So the good thing is I haven't gained any more weight and I'm very, very happy about that. What was the other thing? I completely forgot. What did I want to talk about? I feel like I need to go back a little bit and take you kind of back. About 6 months ago, I did a video, I quit video, where I said I was kind of not going to be doing any more weigh-ins. I was stopping my weight loss journey. At that time, I was in a pretty bad place emotionally, mentally, and I really wanted to take some time to prioritize my mental health. I saw a therapist and it didn't work out with that therapist. I'm now on the hunt for a new therapist. So I'm hoping to get something sorted in that again. But over the last couple of weeks, a few things have happened. And number one, I have quit drinking. So today is my 7th day of giving up alcohol. I didn't expect that actually to make me feel emotional right then. So yeah, day 7, no alcohol. Right now, it's going pretty well, and I'm just really, proud of myself. I've had a really clear head and been able to think, and there's so many things that I haven't been taking care of myself as a whole physically. Obviously I'm fat, so that needs to be, but I think things that come with being fat, I've got high blood pressure. I had an ankle injury. Some of you know I hurt my ankle over a year ago now, and whilst it has mostly recovered, every now and then I get a little twinge, and I'm finally getting around to seeing a podiatrist, and I'm going to go see them about my ankle, see if there's some particular exercises I need to do to strengthen and stabilize that ankle. So I'm really excited about that, because then maybe 3 months ago, I hurt my knee when I was doing a little workout. I hadn't warmed up and I was just kind of trying to film. Oh, phone. Awesome. That was actually the podiatrist. They have an earlier appointment, so I'm going to be seeing them this Wednesday. So I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, so my knee injury, I hurt my knee. I twinged it a little bit, and that took a few weeks to heal. Since then, I've just been feeling a little bit kind of like tentative about working out or doing anything too harsh. I really want to get my ankle sorted. So, I've spent a lot of time trying to work out all my insurance stuff. I hate the American system. I find it really, really hard. I don't know what on earth I'm doing. We've changed insurance again this year. I always had Kaiser, but now we've changed and I'm just so confused. So trying to wrap my head around the American insurance system has really been messing with my head, not sure what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm seeing a podiatrist for my ankle, and I think my knee is pretty good right now. I also am getting my teeth finally straightened. For the longest time I've wanted braces. I just have never ever taken the time or gotten on with doing it. So I actually had a consultation this morning for some braces. So I'm gonna get braces, and then I'm also gonna get my eyebrows microbladed. It's another thing, I don't know if you've noticed, I don't really have any eyebrows. So that's something really kind of exciting for me that I've been wanting to do. I'm a little bit nervous, I wasn't ever sure how it was going to look, so I'd always hesitated and kind of put off doing it. But I made myself an appointment, so I'll be doing that in a few weeks. And actually, yeah, I'm just feeling really excited about all these things. Like I said, quit alcohol, feeling really good. With the alcohol thing, I'm not sure if that's going to be a permanent thing or if it's a temporary thing. Yeah, I'm sure I will also talk about that at some later point, but for right now, yeah, I've stopped drinking alcohol. I'm feeling really good. And then what else is there? Oh, so I'm sure there are a lot of you who can relate to this. I had an annual checkup. It's the first time I've actually ever had an annual checkup. I don't know why I've just never done it before, because I don't think it's something we really do in England, because everything's on the National Health Service, so you only go if you're sick. So it's really more of an American thing, and that's kind of been my thinking. So the only times I've seen doctors have been when I've had my kids. So the last time I saw a doctor was in 2019, but I decided that I probably should go get myself checked out. I have high blood pressure, as I told you, so I needed a new prescription for that, and which meant I had to find a new doctor, which was also very stressful and kind of sometimes a little bit overwhelming for me to try and find someone. So in the end, I found this doctor and put her down. The day before I went, I actually looked up her reviews. It's so hard. It's so hard trying to work out what you're doing with doctors and trying to find reviews of people. But anyways, the day before I went, I was looking for her address, and I came across all these Google reviews saying that she was awful, and she would tell you to go on a diet and, you know, give you a really restrictive calorie amount, and that was all she was going to talk about. So going into my doctor's appointment, I was feeling a bit nervous. Whenever I've seen doctors at Kaiser, they have never and ever mentioned my weight, which I've also honestly found a bit strange, to be honest. I kind of thought that they would mention my weight. I don't know, so that's good or bad, I guess, whichever way, you know, it depends how you look at it. But in some ways, maybe I thought it might be helpful to have a doctor kind of say, okay, you know, you've got high blood pressure, you know, losing weight is going to help. But at Kaiser, they just prescribed me drugs. So definitely was feeling a bit apprehensive. But I follow a few people on Instagram who talk about dealing with doctors, or what to do if they kind of refuse to give you care based on your weight. So before I went, I was kind of practicing, you know, little phrases like, no, I'm not going to do that. Or I don't know, I just in my head was kind of like prepared for this fight. So here I am, sat at the doctor's office. I'm sat on the little gurney thing. I don't know, what's it called? You know, the little bed thing we have to sit. And she walks in, she's got her clipboard, and she's like, looks at my face, and then looks at my stomach. And she just like is staring at my stomach for a good like 5 or 6 seconds. You know, when it's like so obvious that they're just staring at your stomach. And I was like, okay, she's noticed that I'm fat. Cool. And I just knew from that point that it was not going to go well. I would say, yeah. So then we, you know, talking, she does a little bit of stuff, and then she's like, okay, so at your weight, 230 pounds, 5'2", you are morbidly obese, your, you know, BMI is off the chart kind of thing. What I'm going to suggest is you go on a diet, and you should only eat 1,200 calories a day. Now, luckily, I've been practicing, and, you know, and I just said, no, I'm not going to do that. I said, but you really need to lose weight, so 1,200 calories is going to be good for you. I said, I will not do that. I am not eating 1,200 calories a day. And then, you know, she's like, but, you know, it's blah, blah. And I said, look, I am not going to do that. 1,200 calories is absolutely not recommended as a good, you know, sustainable weight loss plan. I'll be starving myself, and then I'll be stuffing my face and, you know, binge eating even if I do it. And she said, okay, 1,800 calories. I was like, well, that's ridiculous. You just told me 1,200, so now you're saying 1,800. Where are you getting that from? After that, yeah, I was just like, this is ridiculous. And I said, to be honest, you don't even know if I have an eating disorder, and you're coming at me with all this stuff. And she was like, well, do you have an eating disorder? I said, that doesn't even matter, because I'm not having this conversation with you right now. She said, I've been doing this 25 years. I've been giving out this advice. It's good advice. I said, you're a doctor, not a dietitian. Dietitians are actually trained in this. I said, the, you know, information that you got 25 years ago about nutrition is outdated, and it's completely not relevant right now. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not having this conversation with you. And I legit swear this is that is the conversation I had with her. Anyway, we went on to do my physical examination after that. And then like halfway through, she's like, I only eat 1,200 calories a day, and I'm going back and forth from, hospital to here. I'm carrying things and it's good for me. I'm like, I literally don't even care what is good for you. Like, why are you comparing yourself to me? Needless to say, I will probably be changing doctor. What I would have done in the past, had I not prepared myself mentally, would have been, as soon as she started talking, I would have just kind of like internally rolled my eyes and then just been like, yeah, okay, yeah, and just gone along with whatever she said just to like shut her up. But I kind of thought, it's so damaging. It's so very damaging. The way she was speaking to me and what she was suggesting to me, it just was not honestly a good way to approach a patient. And in some ways I'm like, maybe I should have explained it to her nicer, but I guess that's not really my job. But so for someone who doesn't feel capable of standing up for themselves or pushing back, I doubt it will have changed her mind in any way, to be honest. She probably just thought I was just a pain in the ass who wasn't going to listen to her. But honestly, I found her approach and advice very problematic and really just not in line with any kind of diet advice that doctors should be giving out these days. 1,200 calories is not what I need to lose weight. That is way too low. There's no way I can go lower than that, So quite frankly, it was pretty dangerous advice if you ask me. But anyway, after going to the doctor, so that happened, then I had to go. My blood pressure was through the roof when she took it. It was kind of funny because she was like, oh, it's probably because of our conversation earlier. And I was like, yeah, probably. But aside from that kind of issue that I personally had with the doctor and what we spoke about, it really also was a little bit of a wake-up call for me regarding, my blood pressure and just trying to get myself healthier, really for good. Eating less salt, exercise more, lose weight. I know lose weight definitely is, excuse me, a huge factor in helping to lower blood pressure. So yeah, those are just the reasons that I'm really feeling like I want to get myself back on track right now. So yeah, lots of positive and good things happening for me. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I just have my coffee's making me burp. So lots of good and positive things happening for me right now. And I'm just feeling like I'm basically getting all my stuff together. I'm getting on with so many things that I've wanted to do and I've put off for so long, and doing things for me. And so, another part of this self-care is to lose weight, to get myself healthier, mind, body, spirit, if that doesn't sound too cheesy. So yeah, let's take a look at my weigh-in. You'll have to excuse my dusty little scale, and I will be wearing clothes, obviously, because my scale is kind of like a mirror. But last week I weighed in at 233 pounds. This week, drum roll please, and I don't actually know the results because I'll be weighing in tomorrow. So I guess it's going to come up now. The only thing I have done this week is to stop drinking alcohol, which has hopefully meant that my weight has gone down due to not all the late night snacking, which I was doing. Another thing I have been doing for the past month or so is kind of like intermittent fasting. So I don't know that I'd really call it intermittent fasting because, as I've already said, I am a late night snacker. So I've just kind of cut out the breakfast. So I'm kind of still having 3 meals a day, really. I have my lunch, dinner, and then I have my second dinner. But because I've stopped drinking, that's also cut down on the second dinners in the evening. And I'm hoping going forward that I'll be kind of eating less and less. At the moment, it's still a little bit of chocolate, which I'm not gonna deny myself. Like, let's deal with the alcohol first before we start kind of shutting out other things. So keeping up with the alcohol, keeping, down, stopping with the alcohol. I'm going to continue on with that. And hopefully we'll see how I'm doing next week. Anyway, I think that's enough about me and my life for this week. I will be weighing in again next week, hopefully watching that scale go down just a little bit more each time. But please leave me a comment. I'd love to know that, how you're doing. How's your life? Anyway, my darlings, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting me. And thank you so much for the thumbs up on this video. I will speak to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye, my darlings.